Всім хлоп, всім сьогодні
Мабуть, зараз на такі морози, мабуть, і не виходять люди
поки
торгувати на
рlaутime
ярмарках.
часть 3.
Його вроді
Ну що ж,
35 було.
погнали, ми будемо тягнути, а ми погнали
Реально, зараз
дивитися.
сижу, а
Ну
воно
що ж,
проницає по
погнали,
всіх
а вже.
ногах.
I'm Toy Maker Zayview, and today we are creating a life-size Dogday plush with Frozen Mega APS printer and my favorite aqua green ink.
Нічого собі.
І цей жирочок, що останеться, то я це тако гріночку піджарю. Щоб мені тоді
Кеп нападу мене налює.
тісто на піцу.
After removing all the spot, we're going to cure it further with our Cure Mega
Часті
which
прибирають.
will solidify the print
О,
and
мама,
finalize
то
the
я
print.
встану, я
What's different about this project is that catnap has a very good UV map that we could immediately use as a pattern for flash making, but not Dogday. That is because for some reason it
Чи
doesn't
Максим, що
have
тебе
a good
укриють?
3D
Тобі
model.
холодно?
Ну
The
да.
only
Давай тебе
one
укрию.
standing, and they are catnap,
Просто
bearhawk,
вони
and boba.
рlaутime.
For the rest
Правда,
are
треба
actually
купити вам
crawling
ці
and also kind of
мішечки, да?
frightened that they are retreating from
Може,
you
і...
as we
А якщо в
from their
ньому буде
ears
холодно,
being
можна
tucked back
шарним
and their
одіялом
tails
накритися,
lying
правда?
flat down. So we have no choice but to modify our
Надо
own by
Вероніка з тобою
stealing
буде
its tail and
подивитися нам
scaling it
завтра
down to
вибрати для
fit the
тебе.
standing version.
Потім
I also want to fix the tail by changing the shape and making it more puffy. Then we have to fix his ears because it's supposed to be puffier as well. And I really tried my best,
Даже
but my
собака,
best
по-моему.
was a miserable failure. It's okay because there is a ruined version of the Dogday plush which is standing and has a nicer pair of ears. Just that they have holes because it's ruined. So what I did was to remove all the exposed flesh which revealed all of the holes in the ears that I have to cover up subsequently and nudge the parts into place. Now we have a perfect dog ear that is then transferred back to the clean model to scale into the right size. I know these digital stuff are not very easy to understand, so I really appreciate
Не
you
можу
for sticking
мені
through it.
персонажі зігри по
Good news
рlaутime
is
3.
that Alexa on YouTube has made an amazing tutorial with foam and other handcrafting materials that you can make without any digital tools. So please watch that video
Я
if
вже
you are
тепер знаю,
interested.
куди
But for
роблять
now,
по
we
рlaуtime
are
3.
back to our computer to make our patterns with Plushify.net. Pattern making for Dogday is yet another challenge. Because as mentioned, his UV maps are quite messed up. And we have to mark every single seams out ourselves. I marked out the face with reference to our catnap face. Then for his ears, I tried my best again to follow the polygroups in the model, and also for the tail. However, there are some curved parts that are demarcated as black, and in order to get rid of them, we have to
Нічого собі.
insert some cut to try and maintain that curved shape when
Це
sewing
за
afterwards.
45
The
просмотрів.
next issue with Dogday is his multiple colored fur, like the brown patch on his eyes, his yellow muzzle, and his yellow tummy, which makes it really complicated because they are not marked out in the 3D model. Luckily, Plushify has a feature called markings, where I can add images like the different colored portions into the model as markings and move them into place. Then they will appear in the 2D patterns themselves, so I will know where to switch colors when sewing. We did the same for the tummy, and the patterns are ready. I only printed out some parts like his face and ears because we are reusing the other parts from catnap since the body is the same. And it's time for fur. We have yellow fur, light orange fur, and of course, orangey brown fur.
Собака з цих
I'm actually quite
роблять.
nervous about this yellow portion because we didn't have to deal with that in catnap, so I would love to get them done ASAP. First, we have to identify the fur direction and the stretch, then we can start marking out the patterns with a marker. I didn't want to use the thick blue marker because it seems to be showing through the fur, so I decided to use a thinner purple marker to mark everything out, which seems to be working fine until it started to
Тепер вже
smudge.
знають, куди роблять по
Apparently this
рlaутime
is
3.
a disappearing marker, which means what, they will disappear tomorrow? How am I going to sew? Well, we have no choice but to redo everything with the blue marker, which is of course showing through the other side, but there is nothing we can do. As long as we sew inside of the blue line, it should not be a problem, I hope. Now for the other two colors, I have to divide the parts up correctly, and we can do the same with some editing magic to save your time.
Ну как
If
вони вже.
only things work this way in real life, our videos would be ready so much quicker. let's take a look at our lovely prints because they are in need of some sanding. But it's
это
okay,
уже
they
его
are quite
роблять.
small and easy to sand, so I'm not going crazy yet. Speaking of small, when I was prepping the parts for printing, I realized that Dogday's charm is actually smaller than Catnap's crescent, and I even contemplated whether to increase the size. But you know
Ну да,
me, I am
Catnap
a
и так
sucker for
едва на него
accuracy,
знает.
and if the creators of Poppy Playtime wanted it to be smaller, fine, I would try to appreciate the mistake that they made.
Infallible від L'Oreal Париж. Щільне
Мгм.
покриття зі стійкістю до 24
По-моему,
годин.
уже разработчики игры
Let me
Poppy
extend this
Playtime вот
genuine appreciation to
мы
our
же
supporters who
добьемся.
donated cups of coffee each month so that I can continue making videos for you guys. If you would like to support me as well, you can do so for free by clicking like and commenting on this video. Thank you so much. Now we can attach the armature to the head. It's funny because to keep things consistent, I have to consciously make the same mistake for Dogday by making the hole too small and drilling it bigger
Мгм.
manually, so that it will be of the same height as Catnap. I know it's silly, but I assure you that it's very, very important. Another important thing that I come to realize are sewing pins. They
Шерсть, может,
really help
добавите?
to keep things in place and help me visualize how I'm supposed to sew the various parts together, like the brown patch, which worked out pretty well. The muzzle also worked out equally well, just a lot of work to sew 3 separate colors compared to just one color for Catnap. But I'm just happy that they worked out. The other thing that I'm worried about is Dogday's ears, because we made a lot of cuts, so now we have to sew these studs together,
Мгм.
and when we push it inside
Просмотрим.
out, we have a nice
Много
curve.
лайков
This was
собирает.
repeated about 6 more times throughout 1 year, and then when we combine the bottom ear with the top ear and turn it inside out, it looks really good, right? Okay, the moment of truth is whether it will have the right shape after putting some stuffing
Еще
in.
роблять.
And
Хоп-хоп скотчем.
I think it does. Oh, awesome. So I made the other ear and I think we can try attaching them to the head. I sewed the head together with his black mouth and glued it onto the 3D printed head, so the back of the head shut, and now the ears are finally ready to be attached. Something that I didn't show on the Catnap video is the trimming of the black fabric, because the fur is too long and it's making Dogday look really messy, like the one time when I forgot to shave and appeared on camera. After he's clean shaven, we are going to work on his body. And since we already know that the yellow
Dogday
part
начал
works well, we completed it really quickly. Attach the zipper to one end, then the other.
Блин. Мне надо до конца продивитися, как
Going to work on his body. And since we already know that the yellow part works well, we completed it really quickly. Attach the zipper to one end, then the other end, cut the remaining off, and super glue the ends to prevent any fray.
Да блин.
We should probably add some names to Dogday. They are actually the exact same thing as Catnap, since we use the exact same pattern, so you can refer to the Catnap video for.
Щось я збило.
For this portion. The difference is that I decided to try machine sewing because I was getting so sick of poking my own fingers, and it actually worked pretty well for straight lines. We just had to use a lot of pins, like a lot of them. But for curved lines, I'm still struggling to get the opposite side to follow the line, and I had to hand sew the problematic part, which is fine, but
И в кінці сорет.
side to follow the line. And we had to hand sew the problematic part, which is fine, but then sometimes things are too messed up to fix, and we waste more time
Мне
redoing it.
смотрим надо.
Which is fine, but then sometimes things are too messed up to fix, and we waste more time redoing it. In the end, I had to accept and embrace small mistakes, like if it's still, like if it is.
Просмотр мне нужно.
In the end, I had to accept and embrace small mistakes. Like if it is still within the blue line that I drew, I will not redo it.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
Of course, how can we forget the rlatime coat
Багато
tag on the right
питань
leg?
роблять.
Then I hand sew the different colored parts together, combine them with the body, and Dogday can start wearing his skin suit. Good thing our zipper is functional, so we can add more stuffing whenever we want it into his body to make him as fat as we want him to be.
Не в
And
него.
fortunately, Dogday's tail is really short and easy to make, and we can add it to the
Шерсть
body with
целая.
some leather stitching. Finally, the finishing touches would be to apply all the 3D printed parts with gloss black, add some metallic silver to the
Тепер
top parts which
сонце.
are separated into two so that I can apply clear yellow on the circle and clear orange on the sun. Then we glue the parts onto the face, cut the zipper off,
Носикому.
glue the charm to apply clear yellow on the circle
Поставте
and
лайк,
clear
если вы
orange on the
любите
sun. Then we glue the parts onto
рlatime.
the face, cut the zipper off, glue the charm together and replace it with our own. A life-size Dogday plush made from scratch.
Ого.
I'm so glad that the different colors
Ніхто не
didn't
щоб що
fail.
мені
Like the
такі
muzzle is
відео покатати.
encapsulating the mouse so
Этот
nicely, the
персонаж
tummy as well.
крутий.
Yes, boy was I nervous about all the cuts I made. And I'm quite satisfied with the result. This is what he looks like beside his best friend Catnap. Let me know in the comments below who I should make next. Watch my other Poppy Playtime videos or visit Alexa's channel to watch how she handmade her Dogday. Thank you for your time.
Нічого собі. Винебруться. 365 лайков. То есть 366 лайков.
Догляд за сухою шкірою з ліпікарви для рож коза та нашим
То я
щоденним
подивився,
ритуалом.
як роблять хопі-хоп скотчі з ігри Rlatime 3. А зараз ставте лайк, підпишитесь на мой канал і не забудьте нажати на колокольчик. А зараз всім чувствую, що скоро пойду Poppy Playtime. Аж, блин, я вже за 9:09. Это следующей серии. А зараз всім чу, Сажа.